We're live?
We are live. That's
Okay.
right.
Let me
So, yeah, it's a special day today, guys. Rising consciousness and rising in consciousness. Not just rising consciousness, but how about rising in consciousness? And conscious rising could be the thing as well.
Mhm.
As we have people talk about spirituality and spiral and the word spirituality, there's the word spiral in it. So a spiral, we can spiral up, we can spiral down. But I think what we're collectively doing is we're kind of spiraling up right now in frequency.
Mhm.
So for me, I made a decision today, as I haven't felt psychically strong enough to just let go enough, maybe, or just my soul didn't want it to be in this experience any longer, and I decided to leave a physical place that I was in, as my soul, my physical body just got sick. And the moment that I made the decision, I felt how lots of space came back to me as I, yeah, decided to speak about things that I haven't spoke about before openly with the people that I spent lots of time with in the last few years. So it's a good time to be alive. I'm very humbled in this moment. I'm looking to take time to process and to slow down and to be more and yeah, go
Well,
from being to doing.
this is quite perfect today. Yarna and Anja don't even know that I'm going to talk about this, but I have to today because we've made another energetic shift today, and I have to be completely honest. We don't know who we're going to become when we come into this world, but we each have something that we're meant to do. And I had to acknowledge that I downloaded all of this information for this time in our world. And I get up this morning, I mean, yesterday actually, and I'm looking at last year, and it says to me, everything's in order. We are all in order. And it says, nothing in your life or the world is happening accidentally. We just come to understand it and figuring it out at another time. But I was given the information and it was all aligned. But to acknowledge that was challenging, but I said, I have to now. And so what I did was I said, I want more people to come into this work. I want more people to do this program. So I made this special offer for them to do it at $250, which anyone can afford. And they can even pay payments on it because it will change their life. That I know. It's already done that. And this is where I want to go now because I have to complete all of this. I'm
I was on mute.
75.
Fuck. I was
That's,
on mute. I wanted to ask you something to that, Roger. Is it the
oh,
program that that was up like when we met 2 or 3
yes,
years ago?
yes.
I walked through this program in like 2 or 3 days. I just
Yeah.
like kind of crashed through it
Yes.
as I like to do things in a shorter way than just like yeah, and
Yes.
integrating it in a different way than most people do. But I can highly recommend people checking it out if you feel like you want to develop your physical
Yes.
self and like kind of integrate your strengths and be aware of your strengths and
Right.
gifts, because what this program is about, if I'm looking into it in my eye right now, it kind of helps you uncover those parts of you that have always been there, but you learn to value yourself in a new way because you see clearly what you're invested in yourself, what your strengths are coming out automatically, naturally. So it's a beautiful and beautiful program that for 250 euros is or dollars is more than correct. Yeah.
And we can expand it because Anya has things she could offer. You have things you could offer. We could expand it and go so much bigger. But I had to acknowledge this because I know people couldn't understand it because I had done something we hadn't seen in history. But we all have something like that. I was just the vessel. I was just the messenger. I just brought it in, but it's everyone else who's meant to use it now in our world as we're moving through this big change. That's what's going to come about. So it's
Yeah, there's some the I had a conversation with Julie yesterday. Julie has been in this program a few years ago as well, and we've done some meditations together. And I asked her yesterday what she just remembered from those meditations. And she said like she felt grounded.
Hmm.
And I think like we are in such a fast-paced
Yes.
society that we tend to forget our ground. So yeah, always happy to share those meditations with the people. Yeah.
And Anya, when you said you and your son, they needed to take a break, you that was it. We have so much energy that's changing in our
Mm.
world now. So we're each feeling that it's time to come together.
Yeah, my son today it was a very special day. My son came to me like 100 times in the afternoon and in the evening. Mom, can I have a hug? Mom, can I have a hug? Mom, can I have a hug? Oh, of course you can. And I think like we were like recharging each other with hugs, like with like authentic hugs. And also for all women who are listening now, I mean, I can really honestly say, based on my own experience, like my period was completely aligned with the full moon every month. And now this month, everything is messed up because I know that we had this energetic shift, like
Yes.
massive energetic shift, and
Yes.
my body is responding in very, very weird way. Like everything is messed up, like it needs to recalibrate, and I can feel it. And everything is showing what it usually doesn't show us. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna wait
Mm.
to recalibrate, like really, really be in peace, because
It's a release, what I hear. Releasing.
it is, yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of release. I can absolutely feel that.
Yeah.
And the release is coming in very, different ways. But
Mm.
I've been
Mm.
sleeping a lot during the day, or when I was in the
Okay.
sun, I felt this
Yeah.
surge of energy. Then, and
Mm-hmm.
I just fell asleep. Like seriously, I was sitting in the meadows, like on the grass, and I fell asleep for like 10, 15 minutes. It
Love
was,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
And the
Yeah.
So I think
synchronicity of this, Yarna, the video I put up earlier, the title of it is "Building the Life You're Meant to Live Now" on this day, and you made that choice because we're each being moved into that next higher place that's within us. But a lot of times we will resist it. We will fear it because it's that unknown of us as well. But so it takes courage to step out and then start to decide to own yourself, and that's what you did.
Yeah, I mean, over 2 years ago, I made lots of those steps. You remember
Mm-hmm.
me kind of moving from A to B or taking one risk after the other, physically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
quitting jobs and doing something and just leaving the physical places that I'm in and going for what's kind of calling me, um, has always been rewarded. And looking back, it's a decision that I had to make, and like it made me sick not having made this decision and kind of feeling that I kind of have to make a decision, but not knowing or contemplating or thinking about when, how, should I, shouldn't I? And the
Mm-hmm.
moments that those thoughts come in, we already lose on power because like our intuition, our gut, Anya and I talked about that we and we're in a similar state right now where thought process start ending, and we just stop having any thought processes, but we are more into the generative part that's actually generating the thoughts. That means we generate or like reproduce new thoughts consciously and
Mm-hmm.
create a new reality consciously, attracting new people because of those decisions that we're making and the thoughts that we're choosing to produce. And yeah, it's a very powerful time that we all can take ownership back. Yeah.
And let me explain this too, because I'll give you guys the link to share with everyone, because I'd like more people to come into this because it will change your life. That I can guarantee. There's no way that they could fail because it's about using it's it's consciousness raising, but it's talking about the science that we know, which is cognitive behavior training. It's understanding, neuroscience and how things work in that way, but also understanding that you have an authentic path that you're meant to follow that's within you, and we all develop it in different ways. And I sat down for 37 years of doing this. And the results have been phenomenal. I just want more people to do it because now is the time, and it's absolutely guaranteed. I mean, if it doesn't work, you get your money back. But I know what it will do, and it'll cause them to become their best selves and become happy. That's what we need.
I think what we're building, each one of us in our way, is community and a
Mhm.
place where people feel
Yes.
seen and who they start, maybe if they haven't seen their own value,
Yes.
that we create a place, not just here in this podcast, Winning Generation, but in the communities that we build. Roger in his program, Anja in Beautiful Badass Souls on school, like,
Yeah,
Silent
that was
Power
pretty cool,
Collective
yeah.
as well. Like,
Yes.
we've been on a networking call yesterday that Anja is hosting, and like, wow, um, it's time. It's time, and we're connecting all over the world. Like, we have conversations, heart-based conversations. No matter where we're at, we come together and share resources, share wisdom, and we learn to collaborate with each other. So really, guys, tap in. We are all one, and time to nurture ourselves and hang out, and spend time with people who value our being, who don't try to change us, who don't want to put us into any corner or want to change our direction. If anyone else want to decide upon the direction that you take, or it feels like they're trying to pull you in or pushy on you, don't go with that. Like, it is one thing that you feel drawn towards something for no apparent logical reason. This is the best thing that you could ever follow, but you will feel the sensation of warmth and just or curiosity, like inner childlike curiosity that comes up while before you make this new,
Mm.
whilst you're upon this new move, a new step a new chapter of your life. So go and lean in and trust, and yeah, just surround yourself with people who value you.
And it's a process. I want everyone to understand we move through an evolutionary process in our lives, which happens in our consciousness, but the same thing occurs in our world. And we happen to be in a time now where it's a heavy kind of movement. That's why it seems a little chaotic, because all of the uncomfortable stuff is being uncovered within us and within the world. But we have to decide to take the next step
Mm.
and go in that higher place. And so
Can
that's
I can I ask one question? Like, do you feel any uncomfortable feeling inside your own physical self right now?
Oh yes, because
Where?
in my when I look at my own withholding, which is what
No, where
we
do you feel it? Don't
oh
mentalize it. Where do you feel it in your body?
that's an interesting one. I don't know. At this moment, I my solar plexus, I guess you would say, in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be the
You're
best one. Yeah.
you So what is this feeling? What's the wisdom inside that feeling that you kind of extract in this moment from that feeling that makes you um stronger, content, and gentle within yourself?
Something's attempting to come through.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like. Something is coming through, and that's been happening for the longest time. And I kept, but withholding. That's the thing that happens quite a bit, that we will withhold. But um, and my path was different. I wrote it all out. I did it. It's even on my site today. You can see that I have it in order. We think that there's not order in the universe. There is. I just happen to receive it, and being discovering or saying I'm a savant was saying how I could receive information that way was like difficult to accept. But now I know the
I
value of
think,
so many
mm,
others, and
mm.
that's where
I
we are.
think what we're wanting to communicate to you guys is that you're valuable
Yes.
and you're beautiful and wonderful, and there is inside of you a gem or many gems
Yes.
that just that you can share with the people. You know, and what happened to I want to slow him down right now intentionally to really deepen the wisdom for this space right now for himself as well in his body, as you know, we're our cells are listening to what we're saying and the beliefs that we hold. And Roger is kind of he was hiding himself for like years and telling him that other people may not understand, or you know, he didn't understood maybe, or couldn't hold on himself. So it's now time to really fully, no matter what, but like learning to express ourselves and having a space where people are listening to us. Yeah.
Mhm. And there's
Mm.
timing, and that's what I want everyone to understand. Because it could look like things are in their lives, it might be a little chaotic or in the world, but it's we're being moved to a higher place, and that's within each of us, but also collectively, and that's what's going on, which is where we're meant to come together.
And there's someone who is the inspired athlete. He loves the content from Wilhelm. I want
Oh,
to go into Wilhelm soon for 2 minutes, I think, just to have Wilhelm say one sentence. But Anja has something on that I would like to hear.
Yeah, I was just what you already said, what you already mentioned. It's that community and being together, and that we are so valuable and unique. It's like we are holding each other's frequency. We
mhm,
are activating each other's gifts. We are activating each other's, you know, also like mirroring each other's shadows. But on the other side of each shadow, it's massive, massive gift. So a lot of people, they think that they can do inner work by themselves, and
mhm,
it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do that, and then yeah, I'm gonna heal, and then I'm gonna be okay, and then I'm gonna start a business, and then I'm gonna be super
Mm-hmm.
successful. It's
Yeah.
not like that anymore. We
Mm-mm.
are connected. And if you will be rejecting this connection, if you will separate yourself from others, if you will not
Mm-hmm.
participate in this expansion, you will
mhm,
not
Mm-hmm.
be able to progress. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
say,
And you won't be able to follow that stable field of rising consciousness, because it is one thing to go up in consciousness, but to actually stay there, to be able to stabilize your physical body, your voice, your intentions, your feelings, your gut, your
mhm,
heart, your brain, like to synchronize, to harmonize, to be in coherence. I mean, to even synchronize left and right hemisphere, like of our brains. Guys, come on, like it is to calm the fuck down. Seriously, I'm telling this myself as well, and I'm learning this every single day. To calm the fuck down, to realize what's present. I don't
in the
need
moment,
to, in the moment, I don't need to convince, I don't need to convert. I'm here for giving, I'm giving value, I'm giving presence, I'm giving light. And yeah, I'm just grateful for every moment that I'm here on earth that I am allowed to experience. Yeah.
true. Okay, so the question was
Wow.
about New Earth and the new human.
yes.
Yeah, I'd love to know what does the new earth and new human look and feel like through the words of Wilhelm.
Okay,
Let's do.
let me bring them in because this is wow, this is right here now. Okay, one second. Okay. Hmm. You guys are so ahead of us because we had our messenger sit down last night and give you the answer because we said you can create your new life and world now. But we gave him the messages for the 27th and we put them on his site today because we wanted you to all see you're always in progress, you're always in process, and that happens in consciousness. Now, we've just given him all the information beforehand to give you a path to follow to create your new world because that is why you're here. And you'll see that we had him right. You exist in the world now to create that new world. It may look a little chaotic, but that's just to get you to awaken to the gifts that are within each of you because you each have them. You would not have decided to be on the earth at this time unless they were there. We just wanted to give you a path, but he's held back as you all have, but that's part of the process. You understand that you take time to get there. And so we just wanted you to lay it out and see the process. There's nothing happening accidentally. Everything that we have given him has been energetically aligned with the planetary changes that you're all moving through. And right today, you're moving through what you think of as Mercury retrograde, but this is a different one. This will have you do more reflection, going within and finding the gems that are within. We just wanted to give you a path to do it. And so now, today, you all will have it. And we're so happy that you're here.
How do we access our higher self in a moment-to-moment basis?
By deciding to do it moment to moment. We're so glad you said that because that's the thing that many of you get off track because you think you should be there. You aren't there because you're always deciding to go to a higher state. Now everyone's not going to do that. We just want you to understand, which is what you're witnessing in your world. But that's why you're hearing us and you're here because you can go to that higher state. But it's moment by moment. We had our messenger show that he did it every single day for 37 years, you see, but that was his role. That doesn't make it any better or worse because there's no difference. You each have a unique role. He just took on this one and one that he resisted so much as you each might in your own way, but they're all valuable when you love yourself. That's the most important thing, is to bring the energy of love to yourself. And this is what we wanted for all of you.
How do we stay focused on our ascension while the world seems to be in chaos?
You see the chaos and take it as a signal to go back within. You see, that's why you're seeing it, because you wouldn't notice it. You would be in a completely different place. But when you're noticing, it's saying, okay, now do more of your job. And that's what we call it, your jobs, because you each have one. And it's what is within you, and it's unique to you. And so when you see those other things that we call them the others that are out there, then that's for you to remember you have something to bring to the world. And usually, many times, you each will judge some aspects of yourself or your gifts or what you've done or all of that. That's part of your plan. And so when you can let go of that judgment, you're doing your job. And then you start to come into a higher state of love of yourself.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Thank
we can
you.
get Roger back. Thank you so much. And
This was
yeah, I mean,
amazing, Roger. I love your energy. I
mm,
really love your energy.
Mm, Thank
mm.
you.
And the questions were also very clear. So thank you, brother, for joining us today and yeah, being part of this amazing time. So yeah. Well, Anja, anything from your side that you want to add?
Well, there's another question. What are some great questions we can
Oh,
ask ourselves throughout the day to help us remember our divine gifts and our divine assignment? Oh my gosh, yeah.
The-
So, uh, I
Anja
would
goes.
say,
Roger, you've been talking here.
yeah, I can just from my perspective, what I see, because I'm doing that with people almost every day and also with myself. So just be in present moment and just notice the signals, because every single thing, there are
Mm-hmm.
messages, there are signals.
Yeah.
And when you will see that you can comprehend, or like you can notice signal in a different way, you know that something changed, because you can feel your own evolution. You can feel, for example, if you go into the forest,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, the tree will be smelling. I mean, like
Yeah.
they will have different
Go into the
smell.
physicality, Anya. Go into
Exactly.
like the signs of like because people try to look for signs externally, but
No,
give
no,
us like
no, no.
tell
Inside.
the internal.
Yes. Exactly. So it's like when you will, smell something, see something, but it's going to be different perception. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
this is how you know that something changed. And you don't have to understand it. You don't have to put a label on it. What kind of gift is it? Because there are billions of different gifts, and you have a unique one. And you will know, and you can decide how you're going to present to the world, how you're going to label your gift. Like it's up to you. And it's so, so beautiful when you come to that point and when you just decide, hey, now I have something to share with the world.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
put
Yeah.
you can go to
This
on any advice for today. I put up messages that they could follow on any advice for today.
easy. Like, and I would like to answer to this one. Why does it feel like time is speeding up? How can we
Mhm.
slow it down? It is by being present. Wilhelm told us like live moment by moment and
Mhm.
learn to be extremely present with what you're doing, how you're doing it. So, how is your body responding to the movements of your body? So, you're walking through the street. How is your body responding whilst you're walking through the street? So, your body really holds the score and keeps the score of every single thing. And learning to be present within your body and like feeling. I mean, if you seem to be an athlete. I bet you have exercises, you have days where you're fully present within every movement and you feel great after that because your breath has been anchored in the movement. And often we're moving, but our thoughts are moving into another direction. Our breath isn't constant because our thoughts are moving and drifting. So learn to bring it all back into the body with your breath, with your movement. Synchronize your breath and your movement to slow down time. It's really like that. Yeah.
we can expand time. Yeah.
We can.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And this is why I want more people for us to come together. Why I want to bring more people into the work, into the program, because it's going to make a huge difference when we can um, commiserate, when we can like come to community and commune and come together. And so that our group calls are always so much fun because we move
Mm.
through such great stuff, and then we feel so much better after. And that's why I just got to take it
Yeah.
bigger. It's time.
Do you have
Um,
a webinar, Roger?
I'm sorry.
Do
It's
you have a webinar? Or I think that you wrote something about having a webinar. Do you
well
have in a
in the group. I do meetings all throughout the week that we have. Like we have one tonight, and so that's where we come together and talk about everything and the whole bit. So it causes us each to understand that we're in process, we're moving through that, and we know that we're all doing the same thing. That's really
yeah.
what happened.
hey Roger, what does Wilhelm look like?
Nothing. There's nothing. There is, and that's the other thing too. Oh, I'm so glad. That's a great question because in the beginning, I was trying to get an image, and I said no. And this is why when I'm doing channeling and taught and speaking to people, they said we don't want you to see anyone because we don't want them to have their old ideas about their body, their gender, even their race, none of that, because it's their soul. And so I have no awareness. It's just pure consciousness, which is what we all are.
We are.
And the question that he asked before that is like, can our higher self communicate with someone else's higher self? And yes, they all do all the time, the moment that we are connecting. And it's also how we connect unconsciously all the time,
Right.
depending on the field of resonance that we hold. Like if I'm in resonance with something that you're in, if I'm vibrating on a frequency that you're vibrating on as well, then we're matching up our higher selves and kind of communicate anyway. It's a very
Like
fascinating thing as we are
yeah,
drawn.
telepathically as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, it's a beautiful topic. Thanks for all of those great questions, brother. Good having you here. And yeah, guys, join us,
Great.
build community. We have your back. Check our links in the description. Beautiful Badass Souls with Anja. Highly recommended. Silent Power Collective with me. Building a self-organizing society. We're all one organism. Let's organize ourselves together. And yeah, love and appreciation. Roger mentioned his project a lot today, so check it
Yes.
out. And yeah, we love you very much. See you soon.
Love
Thanks.
you.
Love you.
Bye.
Hey, bye everyone.